Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian, and the purpose of today's video is to announce that we're going to be taking a week off from YouTube. So it's 7 days, and this is starting last Sunday. I know we technically put up that Hearts of Iron 4 finale sometime on Sunday morning, but it will be starting on Sunday, and it'll be going until the following Sunday, which is February 10th, I believe. That's when we'll be putting up new videos. Now, we've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years now, which is a pretty long time to be doing a hobby like this. And over that 3.5 years, we've never taken a break from putting up content. We have had periods where, like a week or so, where we didn't, I don't think it's ever been longer than 5 days, where we didn't put videos up because we're sick. And, that's not really a break, I wouldn't say, because you're sucking balls, you're not feeling well. And typically we do put videos up when we're sick. We just kind of make it happen. But, when you can't, because you can't stop coughing or whatever, then those would be the only periods, I think, since we started the channel that we didn't put any content up. I mean, even when we took vacation back in summer of 2017, we took an 8-day vacation, and even during that 8-day vacation, we put up, I think, 7 videos. During that time, we just, pre-recorded them, edited them, and then uploaded them, and then I made them public from our laptop while we were, in California. So even on vacation, we were putting out videos. Like if you look at small channels, our size and maybe slightly smaller, you'll notice that they do take breaks occasionally, sometimes long breaks, weeks long, sometimes a month long, sometimes during holidays or whatever. Smaller channels, it's not a full-time job, so you take breaks for whatever reason. And the reason why we've never taken a break, I mean, there's really just 2 reasons. One, we really enjoy doing this. We get a lot of enjoyment out of it, out of the recordings, particularly in talking to you guys in the comments. So we really don't have a desire, for the most part, to take a break, because we do like doing it. That's the whole reason why we started this channel. It's just, it's fun to us. So that's one reason. The other reason is because, for the most part, we put up a level of content that works for us. We don't, over stress ourselves with it. I think a lot of channels that are trying to grow, when they're real small, you're trying to get to that level where maybe you can quit your job or whatever your goal is as a YouTuber. I know a lot of people coming into this hoping they can make it a full-time job, which is kind of a silly reason to go into it, I think. I think you should go into it because you enjoy doing it. I don't think you should go into it thinking that you're going to ever make it into a full-time job. I mean, we've been doing it for 3.5 years, and both of us still have to work. It's just not, it's not practical. And I think people go into that with that mindset, and then they maybe overdo themselves a bit, overextend themselves, where they're putting out an insane level of content. You have these small channels, they're putting out like 4 or 5, 6 videos a day, and they burn themselves out. We don't typically do that. For the most part, we put about 2 videos a day, sometimes 3, and that's a level of content that works for us. It doesn't stress us out, doesn't overextend us, doesn't turn it into something that we don't like doing, where it becomes, just, when you have, your job, you have your real job, you have your family, your kids, we want to spend time together, not gaming, of course. When you have all those things in your life, you just don't have time to make that many videos. And if you try and work that in, then you'll find yourselves getting stressed out and burned out. And I think that's why a lot of smaller channels do burn themselves out. Now, there are periods of time where we're just really into it. There's a lot of good stuff coming out that we want to cover, or we're just really, really motivated to put content out, and then we will put 4 or 5 videos out per day. But we only do those at times that we kind of like feel like it. For the most part, we keep a very consistent level of videos, and a level that works for us. So for those 2 reasons, we have not gotten burned out, and we're still not burned out. So this isn't really like a necessary break. It's just something we had talked about. We've been talking about for a little over a year. Just taking a week to just, not put videos out for a little bit. Because while we enjoy the recording of the videos, and we enjoy, talking to you guys in the comments, we enjoy those parts of it. I've said this on several videos before, a couple of vlogs as well, I think, where I don't so much like the editing of the daily videos. Like, I like doing the more edited content where I get to be more creative with it. I find that fun. But just the regular everyday videos, the editing of those, and then the uploading them, and filling everything out on YouTube, for every video you gotta do the title and description and thumbnails and all this kind of, and the tags, all this stuff, all that kind of things. I don't really like that part of YouTube. It's not really enjoyable for me. So that part does become a little bit little bit grindy, you know, just from the period of after the video is recorded to when I get to like put it out and see reactions and talk to you guys about it. You know, everything in the middle there isn't fun for the most part. It's just part of doing this YouTube thing. And so I thought it'd be nice to have a break from that for like a week or so. And so we've been talking about it, and there's just never been a period where we didn't have something that we wanted to play, or you know, something that we were excited for. We had like at least one series going that I didn't want to just you know, take a break from. And so we never did. We've been talking about it for over a year, and we never found the time to do it. And then we just found this period right now where it just looked like the perfect time for us to take that talked about break, because both of our series ended at the same time. I think they ended on the same day almost. And that was the Hearts of Iron 4 series and the Genesis Alpha 1. And then the other thing is we're planning on playing the new game this Tuesday. And it's called The Occupation, and we're going to play it on PS4. HiJynx and I were going to play it. A game we kind of been looking forward to. It looks interesting. I thought it has an interesting concept. If you haven't heard of it yet, go look it up. There's a couple trailers on it, a couple gameplay videos of it from the developers where they kind of explain the concept of it. And this game has been delayed like multiple times, and I had it listed as coming out on February 5th of this year. And I don't know if it got delayed again, because the date now says March 5th, and I just found this out last Friday. So it either got delayed again, or the last time I got delayed, which was last fall, I just wrote the date wrong. You know, maybe I wrote February 5th instead of March 5th. I don't know. But I had it listed as February 5th, so that's what we were going to be playing this week. And then when I saw the date had moved back a month, or I had it wrong, I kind of left a hole where I wasn't sure what exactly we were going to play, because this was a shorter game. I think it should only take about, I think it's like 2 to 3 hours to beat the game. So probably would have been, you know, maybe 4 or 5, 6 videos at the most. So this was just going to be like a week-long series until next week, where next week we have like 3 games coming out that we'd like to cover. We're not going to cover all of them, obviously. We're going to pick like 1 or 2 of them to play. I haven't decided which ones we're going to be doing. But that was what we're going to be doing next week. And this game, The Occupation, was going to, you know, kind of buffer us between Genesis Alpha 1 and the next longer series. And then you know, my series, I was going to be playing new Crusader Kings 2 campaign. And that was going to be starting this week. So the plan was for that to start on Tuesday, as well as The Occupation to be starting on Tuesday. And since The Occupation's not coming out, and we didn't have anything to play this week, and I hadn't started the CK2 series yet, it just makes sense to take our break this week. So the plan is that we're going to be starting the Crusader Kings 2 series, unless some other strategy king, you know, ends up in my email box or something. I never can tell. Sometimes things just happen. A lot of times I'll get just a game emailed to me, and it looks really cool, and I want to show it to you guys. And then, you know, kind of pushes something else back. So unless something like that happens, I get some really cool game in my email box. We're probably going to be playing the Crusader Kings 2 series, and that'll be starting on Sunday. As for the P+J content, since the first game that comes out that week doesn't come out, I think, until Tuesday, we wouldn't be able to do any new series until then. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the video we had talked about at the end of Genesis Alpha 1. I believe it was at the end of that video, where we talked about doing another PUBG, you know, multiplayer video with HiJynx and I playing for the PS4. We'll probably do that video on Sunday. Once again, unless something else comes up, some other game ends up in our email box that we decide to play instead. The plan is to play that, and then I'd imagine that'd probably be it, just that for the P+J stuff for that Sunday, and then we'd start the new series that week, unless we end up playing one of the other games comes out later in the week. So if we ended up deciding on that one, then we'd probably put out some more like I don't know, one-off Genesis Alpha 1 videos. I think that's what I'm gonna have in the background of this video. Actually, I think I'm gonna record a little bit of the playthrough I'm doing right now on Genesis Alpha 1. Put that in the background of this video. I was gonna do a vlog, but I didn't feel like setting up the camera, and I was thinking about it. I was like, this is supposed to be my week off, right? You know, we're not really doing much YouTube this week, so you know, I'm still going to be on the channel and everything, replying to comments and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I didn't want to do too much work when it comes to videos, and so I didn't want to set the camera up and all that kind of stuff. And I'd have to, like, I don't know, put clothes on or something. I figured it'd just be easier to put some gameplay in the back of this. So hopefully you enjoy that. I haven't recorded yet, so I don't know if it's just going to be me running around the ship endlessly, or if we'll have something to fight or whatever. But really enjoying that game, man. That game is really fun. I like it a lot. Somebody had proposed me playing a series by myself without Jinx, since the main reason why we don't want to do a second season of that game is because it does make Jinx so sick. And I had thought about it, but I really do want to do the CK2 series, guys. I've been wanting to do that since the last expansion released, so I think we're going to do that instead of another Genesis Alpha 1. So I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I actually had the entire weekend off, which was really nice. I got Sunday off because of the Super Bowl. I always try and get the Super Bowl off. I think I got last year's Super Bowl off. I don't know if I got the year before that off. I don't usually have problems getting days off when I really need it, because I cover shifts for my coworkers all the time. So typically I don't have any issues when I really need a day off. And then I also am lucky enough that none of my coworkers are fans of football, and I'm a big fan of football, so I love the Super Bowl. This Super Bowl, though, good God, spoilers if you haven't seen it. I don't know how many people record the Super Bowl pre-hand and watch it later. That's what I typically do every Sunday, since I work a lot of Sundays. I pre-record the games and then watch them later, but you can't do that on the Super Bowl because there's no way to avoid the spoilers of who won, because it's just, it's just out and it's just everywhere. It's just like Game of Thrones or something, man. You can't avoid Game of Thrones spoilers or the Walking Dead spoilers. So I don't know if any of you guys have not seen it and plan to watch it, but spoilers, the fucking Patriots win. And I hate the Patriots. I can't stand that goddamn team. So I'm not a Rams fan, but I was definitely rooting for them. As it always sucks when the team you're rooting for loses, but at least you typically have the consolation of a good game that you get to enjoy watching, and that was not the case with the Super Bowl. Good God, it was boring. It was so boring. And I know it's a low-scoring game, and I'm okay with more defensive focused games. It doesn't have to have all the touchdowns and the huge offensive yards for me to find the game enjoyable. I'm fine with watching a more defensive-minded game. And that's what it was, but it was still boring. Like, it wasn't, I don't know why. It was just such a boring game. Like, the Rams were, it wasn't so much that the Patriots defense was playing awesome. Now, to give them credit, they did play well. But I feel like the Rams offense was just really garbage until what, the fourth quarter, towards the end of the fourth quarter, where they started making some things happen. I guess they had a few, I think they had one or two good drives in the third quarter, but for the most part, good God, they played garbage. So I just don't feel like both teams are there to play at their full capacity. So it was really a boring game, and then the commercials were boring too. We watched the commercials. My wife, that's her favorite part of the Super Bowl, is watching the commercials. So we watched all the commercials, and they were garbage too. There was only like maybe one or two I actually liked for the most part. So it was just overall just a shitty Super Bowl, which always sucks. But you can't have, every year can't be a great year. I'm an Eagles fan, so of course last year was a fantastic Super Bowl for me. So I mean, you can't have every year. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Just let you guys know that we are taking this week off. Once again, it's going to be 7 days, starting last Sunday, and then it'll be going until February 10th, that following Sunday. That'll allow us to record some videos on Saturday. So I think technically we're only actually taking 6 days off from not recording. That'll allow us to record a couple videos on Saturday for Sunday, and then we will continue the CK2 series into Monday and into the week, and then, as I said, the P+J new series should start that week as well. As I previously mentioned, there are 3 games that come out that week, so I don't know if we'll play one of those or 2 of them, but looking forward to all 3 of them. They all look kind of interesting. Could be some fun series. So hope to see you guys next week. We have 2,000 something videos on this channel. So if you do want to watch our content rather than go somebody else's channel, if you want to watch, our stuff over this week that we don't have anything, maybe go check out some of the old series you haven't seen yet. There are some really fun series, regardless of whether you're looking for something strategy-minded or something that has both Jinx and me in it. Either way, there should be something that you can find on the channel. So it could be an opportunity for you to catch up on a series that you wanted to watch before and didn't get to. But regardless, I do hope to see you on our new series next week. We do have a pretty awesome community that we've built here on the channel, so I know most of you guys are going to be pretty understanding of us taking a week off. I think a lot of you guys often tell us to take time off, especially when we get sick and we don't want to take take any time off. We don't want to stop putting videos up even though we're not feeling good. Everybody's like, oh, take 2 weeks, take 3 weeks, you'll be fine. We'll be here when you get back. But a lot of reasons why YouTubers don't like taking time off is because of the search engine. The search engine prioritizes, active channels. So if you do take long periods of time off, especially if you do it frequently, then you'll find that your views from the search engine will be a lot less. Like it drastically affects the amount of views you get. So that's why a lot of channels don't do that. I don't think it's too bad if you take a week off though. I think it's when you go a little bit past that, then it really starts getting affected. So not worried about that at all. It's not really something that we typically think about, honestly. Really, we just keep putting videos up because we like doing it. There's always something to be played. There's always some new game. This is a great time to be a gamer right now. All of these games that come out every week, it seems like there's something good coming out. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope to see you on our next videos on Sunday, February 10th.